And the headboard does light up.
Hi YouTube, this is Miss Donna. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you all. My next video title is going to be, now hold on, let me think about what I'm going to name that. I'm going to title the video this time. Depression, goes straight to hell. And that's what I mean. It's time for me to get over this depression and to get on with my life. Now, my depression started years and years and years ago. I even suspect that I had depression as a child, but I always worked through it. I know that I had depression as a teenager, but I worked through it. I had depression in my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s, but I worked through it. No, I was not dealing with it because I was working through it. But it wasn't until 4 months ago when my bariatric counselor left. Yes, I'm a bariatric patient. If you've seen some of my videos, you see that I've said I'm a bariatric patient. She left around maybe five months ago. So I got counseling from my, hold on. Oh, excuse me for that. And let's see, okay. About 5 months ago, I was telling my counselor left, my bariatric counselor left, so I ended up going to my local mental health center. And it wasn't until then that it was discovered that I'm bipolar. I do not want to accept that diagnosis. I've been struggling with it ever since I was diagnosed and put on medication for it. I've been struggling with it. But you know, sometimes we have to accept things and go from there and try to work it out. I was placed on Tegretol at first, and of course that did not work out for me at all. So then I was placed on lithium carbonate, and with that I started having a lot of nausea, and it was hard for me to try to keep my food down, and maybe the medication as well. But I never actually just threw up, but I was just so sick, and I was so sick like for hours at a time. And I'm still right now having my bouts with nausea, but it's not quite as bad because I was placed on a different form of the lithium carbonate. I went from the capsule to the tablets. But anywho, I'm on lithium, and something is beginning to happen. Something good. I notice I don't struggle as much to remember things, and I don't struggle as much as far as not to worry. Now, did I say that right? Let me put it like this. I don't worry as I did before. So my head is clearing. It's time for me to get back to my life and be happy with it. I know that life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of storms, tsunamis, hurricanes, etc. But life is also beautiful. Life also provides sunshine. And it doesn't matter what you're going through. It does not matter what you're going through. Life does have a lot of sunshine days. And my depression has impacted my life in a way where a lot of the things just the small things that I enjoy doing, it's hard for me to get focused again on doing those things because my depression is just in the way. I did not do the 5-day pouch test this time because of the nausea, and I'm still, like I said, struggling with the nausea. But I am planning to return to to doing the 5-day paralysis test. But right now I'm not going to worry about it. The main thing I need to do is to put exercise back into my life, because I did exercise at one time. My main thing was walking, and it had a lot of health benefits when I walked. So I need to incorporate that back into my life for now, and always keep it there. But I'm still asking for right now. Just do small things, make small changes in my life. Nobody can really tell you what to do but you. Now, some people do offer good advice, and that's where I understand that. But it's still up to you whether or not you're going to accept that advice or whether you're going to use it. Yes, YouTube, depression is real. It's real. It's real. And I tell anybody, if you get depression and it just won't, you just can't get rid of it, just won't lift up, then it gets to the point where nothing is funny anymore. Nothing is, I don't know, your whole life is lived with a dark cloud over your heads. Do something about it. Do something. Tell somebody what's going on with you, because depression is real. It is very real. And sometimes when we get depression, we take it on over into another, we take it on over into another type of episode. For example, I've been depressed for years. And it would take a little time for me to kind of come back. Or did I come back? That's the question. Did I really come back? I would say yes. Then I would also say no. I worked through it. But I took whatever made me depressed and I kept it there. But then if I have that's what it is, a chemical imbalance in YouTube, I'm going to call it what it is, a mental illness. If I have a mental illness, which I do have a mental illness, then depression is not my fault. I didn't throw myself into a depression. I didn't throw myself into a depression and keep myself there. That's what a lot of people want to believe, that people who are depressed go into depression and it's something that they've done, or they just can't cope with life. That is not the case. You do not have to be so depressed if you were to get help. But by the same token, you are depressed because of something that has happened to you, or something that you were born with. In some ways, I would say bipolar, depression, anything like that is in my family. My mother, I had an aunt who was depressed the same way. And I don't know how many others who were depressed and might have had bipolar disorder. So I inherited. I did. And like you, like a lot of you out there, I did not, and I do not want to accept that I'm bipolar, because first thing people want to say is that you're crazy. But you know what? I have accepted it. I still have my days with it. I have my struggles with it, but I still have accepted it, and I'm taking the medication, lithium. Eventually, maybe I will be placed on something else that's a little bit more. Now that my system is a little more tolerant of, as far as the nausea and stuff. But I'm feeling and thinking most of the medications for depression is, most of the medication for depression can produce a lot of nausea, because that's a strong drug. So all of them are strong drugs. But I'd rather be crazy and know what's going on with me than to be out here getting drugs, street drugs, putting myself in harm's way, especially with the I would say the legal system. And I may leave here a lot faster with the street drugs because no one knows what's in those drugs. The prescription drugs to me are harmful, and they're harmful enough. But it's really bad when you're out here getting street drugs and you don't know what they're putting inside of them. And then you're also opening yourself and your life up to a world of foolish crimes. When you really should be getting help, you're somewhere sitting in jail or sitting in a prison somewhere. So yes, if I'm crazy, then I'm crazy. And yes, I can go get my medications. I don't have to go meet someone in a Lord knows where to get drugs and also be out there endangering my life and maybe other people's lives just to get something that's probably going to last me maybe what about 2 or 3 hours if that's the case. It's lasting 2 or 3 hours. No, I'd rather be crazy and go get my prescription drugs. And people do not always have to know your business. You know, if I go to a mental health center, people see me out there, and I'm not even ashamed. I speak to them, and I get on about my business because we all have a situation. We all have a situation. You may not see all of our situations, but we have them. Some of them are shameful. But I said that because people are always looking at other people's lives. Oh, I would never, ever go to no mental health center. Child, I wouldn't be, that way they talk around where I come from. Child, I wouldn't be out there having people calling you crazy and stuff. I said, well, I tell them, well, rather crazy than dead, or crazy than to go out here and kill somebody or hurt somebody up for something just stupid. Because bipolar disorder can go from a high level to a low level. My psychiatrist told me that right now my bipolar level is low. She said it's low. So I'm continuing to deal with this bipolar, and I don't want to deal with it without praying about the whole thing, asking God to help me and to bring me through, and to pray for my doctor and my therapist that they would continue to do well with helping people like me. Well, that's it, and I'm gone, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.